This latter going far. Manchester City, putting 5 past Schalke's overworked keeper, have discovered their Champions League mojo. Phil Foden was on target as Man City hit Schalke for 7. There is an air of menace about them. City turned it on at will, setting up chances whenever the mood took them in front of their approving fans. This is City's biggest, most emphatic victory in the Champions League. It could have been many more. Pep Guardiola hails Man City star Leroy Sane and says he wants Bayern Munich to beat Liverpool. News Group Newspapers Limited. Leroy Sane scored and had one disallowed against his former club. News Group Newspapers Limited. Sergio Aguero bagged a brace for City, the second a cheeky Panenka penalty. Schalke keeper Ralph Farman, chipped, nutmegged and humiliated in a jaw-dropping 7-minute spell in the first half, was hopelessly exposed out there. His defense left him to it after the break when City's forward line went in search of more. They got 4 more and only stopped when Gabriel Jesus flicked an effort beyond chocolate wrists 5 minutes from time. Schalke, beaten by Raheem Sterling's last-minute winner in the first leg, could not live with this caliber of opposition. Sergio Aguero, scoring a delicious Panenka to put City in front from the penalty spot and then placing his eye-of-the-needle effort between the keeper's legs, was exceptional. City's next scored 43 minutes into this straightforward second leg, pinged off the boot of Leroy Sane. They got the fourth after 58 minutes when Raheem Sterling swept a rising ball beyond Farman. The fifth arrived off the boot of Bernardo Silva when he placed his effort calmly beyond the Schalke keeper 72 minutes in. News Group Newspapers Limited. Raheem Sterling got in on the act as well. City are Champions League quarter-finalists, still on course for an historic quadruple under their demanding head coach. Pep got them playing out there last night. They should be saluted for that because the hard work was done when they won that dramatic first leg in Gelsenkirchen. City's tails are up. They scored the opener, via penalty, when former Chelsea kid Jeffrey Bruma took out Bernardo Silva. It took nearly 3 minutes before Aguero finally got round to placing the ball on the penalty spot. Schalke fans go crazy in Manchester's northern quarter ahead of their Champions League match with Man City. His chip, a nod in the direction of Antonin Panenka's subtle clip in the 1976 European Championship final for Czechoslovakia, looked effortless. It helped that Farman went early, guessing to his left just as Aguero gave him the eyes. The subtlety of the touch, floating towards the nylon goal netting, set up City for this handsome win. They are a good-looking team, easy on the eye as they continue to string together some important wins. This turned out to be very routine. There will have to be yet another round of VAR debate after Aguero megged Farman for his second after 38 minutes. VAR fatigue is already setting in, but needs must. News Group Newspapers Limited. VAR was called in to clear Sterling goal and rule out a Sane strike for offside. To the naked eye, Sterling looked to be just onside when he collected Ilkay Gundogan's lofted pass. Sterling made it to the byline, backheeling his ball into the path of the onrushing figure of Aguero. He was rewarded for sheer persistence, rampaging his way through the Schalke defense before nutmegging Farman. The shame is that VAR intervened, delaying the decision for an interminable 2.5 minutes before it was all cleared up. There were boos and jeers around the stadium during the wait, with punters striking up idle convo until the final result came in. Computer said no. Poor Farman had barely recovered when City launched another attack before halftime to make it 3-0. Alexander Zinchenko played a wonderful pass inside Weston McKennie, giving Sane the encouragement to fly past him. The City forward picked his spot, comfortably placing his effort beyond Schalke skipper to make it 3-0. To their credit, they kept going. Nobody would have cared if City had stopped there, resting up ahead of Saturday's FA Cup quarter-final at Swansea. News Group Newspapers Limited. Manchester City are still in the hunt for the quadruple. Crucially, they are also in the last 8 of the Champions League. This was ominous, a warning to the rest of Europe, FFP breach or not, that they are not about to quietly slip away. There was a roar when Sterling scored, hitting a rising ball beyond Fahr when Sane picked him out with an inviting pass. This time the VAR review was short and swift, clearing the way for City to add another 2 more. They got them. Zinchenko was involved yet again, sending a pass into Sane hovering out on the left. He took out a touch and had time to look up, wrong-footing Schalke's disinterested defense and passing into Bernardo's path. The City forward scored deftly, sending the 5th beyond poor old Fahr. He was nowhere near the 6, dispatched off the talented feet of Foden 12 minutes from time. Schalke were done for the night. Zinchenko, outstanding with ease outside and passes beyond defenders, found Sane again. The City man set Foden free, taking a step back to admire the little wizard whacking the 6th into the net. There was time for one more, scored when Bernardo picked out Gabriel lurking on the edge of the area. Schalke tossed it off, giving up long before Gabriel equaled Bayern.